Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from JJ Innovation Garage in the Peach capital of the state, baby. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to show you something. Whew. So, he's got everything ordered, all the air ride ordered. The whole kit, AVS, had a system. Got that ordered. Got the front bags. All that's done. I got the line. I had some line. I had some 3/8 line. I just run the line. I fixed the brake lines. You see how I just done it like that for now. Um, Also, we've come to the conclusion that we're going to got some 1-inch tubing. Once I get everything fastened down, get the bar across, for the shocks. Put the panhard bar in. He ordered the tires is ordered. They should be here one day next week. We'll get those put on. Once the tires are put on, then we'll know where to build the box. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to come in here wherever the wheel's at, top of the tire, wherever it's at. We're going to case out the whole bed. I'm going to make some filler panels to go in there. Going to make a skeleton frame to cover this up. Also, what we're going to do is I'm going to measure it right now. I started to say I was going to measure it while I got you boys on the phone, but let me see if I can get this handy dandy. There we go. So I was going to measure this. So that's 15 inches. I don't know exactly how we're going to do it. I got an idea how we're going to do it. Let me clean this off, boys. All right, there we go. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to build a box. But this part here is going to be open. But it's going to have the compressor, the tank, the valves. So I'm not sure if we're going to come back and make this go further back. This right here is 15 inches. So I don't know if we're going to make it go back 18 inches. Not really sure. But what we're going to do, well, what I'm going to do is I want to put the valves, hardline all the valves, either out of copper or aluminum. Also, these brake lines here, going to clean them up a little bit, fasten them, all that's new brake lines. Then the hard lines, then wherever this is at, like I don't know, wherever this is going to be at, it's going to be 12 inches, it's going to be 14 inches. Wherever it's going to be a picture box, right? I thought about doing it where you raise up the bed and you look down in there. Thought about opening the hole up where you can see through the Lexan, but thinking about all the sun and everything beating down on it, still not 100% sure. Still might. This process is evolving. So if you got any ideas, drop them in the comments. We'll look at them, see what you got. So basically, you know how they doing in these little imports, in the trunk of these imports, where they have a picture frame, a picture window. They got the compressors on their side. They got everything hard lined. Then they got the amps and all that stuff open, where you can see the electronics and the lights and the LEDs. That's what we're looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm not sure if we're going to do it where the picture window's here. So when the tailgate drops down, you know, you got that filler panel, you got your access, you got all that stuff. I have the gas, because we're gonna put a Blazer fuel tank in the back. So you have the fuel thing, or have it at the top with a boat. Not sure. There's a lot of moving parts, but what I see is when you walk up to it, maybe an actuator that opens up a hatch where you can look down in and you can see that, or drop the tailgate and you can see inside where it's got the logo. Not really sure on that. Like I say, finally found some tires. Finally found some 305, either 35s or 40s, 22s on the back, two 45s, 35 or 40s, 20s on the front. Not sure because we looked at so many tire patterns. All right, so that rim is touching the inner fender right now. So that inner fender is going to have to come out. So I'm aware of that, but I just want to show you guys something. So I'm going to set this camera down. I'm going to set this camera down like so. All right, so I was kind of concerned because they said these bags have got like 7 inches of vertical lift. You know, they go up instead of go down. So right now it's 23 and a half. Okay. And it's sitting on the wheel tubs. So it can go down further. There is now when it was on the ground with the stock tires, it was setting on the exhaust, which is 1.7" exhaust. So I had to redo that. So right now it is 23 and a half. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all something. Now the back's all the way down, right? So now the front's going to get lifted up. So here we go. It's going up. All right. So that's lifted up, right? So I wouldn't ride around like that, but that is 30 and a quarter. So that's 30 and a quarter lift. So that's 30 and a quarter. And what was it before? Did y'all write that down? Because I surely did. What was it? 23 and a half. So let's write this down. 30 and a quarter, right? Write this down. 30 and a quarter. 30 and a quarter. All right. You boys and girls still with me? All right. So again, gonna have to take the wheel tubs out because it's gonna go down further. Here we go. All right, because it's got 3-inch drop spindles and it's got 3-inch drop pockets. All right, so that's 6. So that is 23 and a half. All right, so we got 23 and a half. All right, so 30 from 23 is 7, and a half from a quarter is a quarter. So you got 4 quarters. If I got half, I take one away. So we got 7. Just say 7 inches. So that's 7 inches of travel. So that's 7 inches of travel, and that's what the bag said. It had 7 inches of lift. So it's 3 inches in the pocket, 3-inch drop spindles. Once I take the wheel tubs out, once I fix the exhaust, it was literally 3/8 of an inch from the frame touching the ground. And the reason why it was like that is because it was sitting on the exhaust. And the exhaust, you can see right there, you see where the exhaust comes down. So it's actually, the exhaust is lower than the frame rails. So we'll have to cut that. And I know a guy. So just want to give you a little update on that. So let me get out of that sun so you guys can see. So I step in here in the shop and turn the lights on. So that's that. Jay, what happened? The lights went out. All right, so that's that. Y'all see that? Them bulbs just went out. So they're 20 by 8s on the front. They're 22 by 12s on the back. Got a 245, 35 or 40, 20 on the front. A 305. I was trying to get 315s. I couldn't find no 315s in a 40 with the same tread pattern as the front. So it took the act of Congress. So I finally found that. So I got 305s, which is gracious plenty. 305, 40 or 35s for the back. The 70 C10, it has 30s, and it's got pretty good sidewall on it. So like I said, it's 245, 35 or 40s in the front, because I want the tire straight up and down. I don't want it bulged in, and I don't want it bulged out. I want it straight up. So like I said, when this air ride stuff comes, I'm just going to mock up the tank and try to figure out how to do that so I can get it to pump up and so I can move it. So we're gonna bleed the brakes here in a little bit. I'm gonna take the wheels off so I don't get no brake juice on it, and then bleed the brakes. Everything goes good. You know, that big wheel caliper, that's heavy duty brakes. That's 1.25 inch brakes with big rotors and big calipers. That looks good in there. So I'm happy the way it's turning out. So once the just gonna put the tank in it, run some fittings so I can pump some air into it, get some quarter turn valves so I can pump up the front, pump up the back so I can move it, and then start building the frame in the back and try to get that laid out. Been looking at some nice benders, tube benders. Brian, my buddy at Crisco's Body Shop, he's got a nice one. So we're gonna start doing custom hard lines for air ride and stuff, make it look nice because I got to do the Impala. So might as well learn on this one because that just goes to another level. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with the DOT lines. Also, I found a company that said that they could make stainless steel braided lines that would replace the DOT lines, so I could run stainless steel braided lines all in the frame rail, so it's not that DOT line, and just clean it up a whole lot nicer. He went with the TC9 toggle switch, like the old school with the like hydraulics. Like I had 16 switches in my old 93 mini truck lowrider back in the day. Pro hoppers, pro red pumps, and Dayton wire wheels, crushed velvet, and button tuck, and Rockford Fosgate, and all that good stuff. But anyways, so got 9 rockers, 9 switches, and the reason why is because he got two 485 blacks, the big 485 Var compressors, water traps, automatic drain, valves, everything he got from ABS. They give him like a 4 or 5 year warranty because he got the water trap stuff and all that stuff. So then Horn Blasted, they got horns, and now Automail Direct offers the premium grill with the premium trim. So I'm gonna reach out to my boy Jason and Eddie and see what we got on that, and then I'm gonna measure behind here to see how much room I got behind there or up underneath that air dam, which I got to get another one. This one's busted. And he wants to put either a 2 trumpet or a 3 trumpet air horn. Like, get out of my way. So, and then also with the wheel tubs, I know we're going to have to take the wheel tubs out. I'm going to take the inner fenders out. I'm hoping, since I went with 245s, I read online that if you went with a 235 or a 245, depending on the offset, you wouldn't have to cut into your fender. So I'm hoping that works out great. And then just going to put those inner fenders that come over and break down, you know, the bead roll ones, and cover it up and come down because I don't want to sling crap up in here. But I'm not going to do much inside here. Not going to do much in here. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate you. Remember I said, boys, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch, sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drive. Peace, sun, chain grace, I'm out.